Hello students, welcome back to the BST class. In the last video, we have completed the meaning, merits and demerits of internal and external source of recruitment. We have also discussed the methods of internal source of recruitment, that was promotion and transfer. But students, we know that sometimes it may happen that all the vacancies cannot be fulfilled through internal source of recruitment. Reason can be anything, that the existing staff may be insufficient or may not fulfill the eligibility criteria of the jobs to be fulfilled. It means, for example, you are in need of a computer software engineer, but the staff which is in extra in your, which is in surplus in your organization belongs to the lower level of management. So in that case, internal source cannot be used. So to fulfill such type of positions, an organization need to use external source of recruitment. So there are so many methods that are commonly used by the organizations to recruit the workers or the people. So we will discuss one by one how many methods that are commonly used. There are 10 common methods of external recruitment. We will study all these in detail. First one is direct recruitment. The name itself suggests directly. It means there is no middleman involved between the organization who are searching the people and the person who is interested in the job. It means a notice is placed on the notice board specifying the details of the jobs available. Sometimes you have also seen that out of the gate, out of the factory gate, or we can say on the factory gate and out of the organization premises, there are so many notices pasted on the gate that we need two drivers or we need two sweepers, such type of jobs. The details of such type of jobs are written on the paper and or any pamphlet, and it need to be pasted on the gate, okay, outside the organization premises, so that each and every person who is interested for that particular job will assemble on that particular date, which is already written on the paper, and the selection will be done on that particular date on the spot by the organization. This type of method of recruitment is known as direct recruitment. Okay, this recruitment method is suitable for unskilled or semi-skilled workers. It means if you are in need of a sweeper or any person who which does not require any particular skill, qualification or experience, only for those employees this method can be used. The workers who are appointed for these jobs are also known as casual or burly workers. These workers are paid remuneration on daily wage basis for say 100 rupees per day, 200 rupees per day. They are not for monthly or they are not on the basis of fixed salary. They are paid on a daily wage basis. What is the advantage? It is the cheapest method as there is no need of advertisement. You have simply pasted a notice on the factory gate. It does not involve any cost. So this method is cheapest, or we can say as compared to other sources of recruitment, it is a cheaper method. People can be appointed at short notice when some permanent workers are absent or they are not able to complete the particular task. This type of method is used when all the workers who are working in the organization are not working on, are not able to complete the particular task, and they are, for example, they are absent. So at a short notice, if a company is requiring workers, so this method can be used. Disadvantage भी है इसके कुछ. First one is not suitable for skilled or specialized job position. If you want any manager or a accountant or a CA, if you want some people who is having any qualification or experience, so this method of recruitment is not suitable for them because it requires a separate process to be followed. It is very time consuming also, as you need to whenever you paste the notice, it you cannot be sure that how much time all the people will see that notice, then within how much time they will come to your organization. It might be possible that you have given 7 days but nobody have seen the notice. Okay, so you have to give some more 7 days for that, and after that so many employees, if people have seen such notice, so many employees will assemble outside the organization on a particular date. You need to screen the information of all the employees, and it will require too much time to select and to reject all the employees. Second one is casual callers. Sometimes students, it happens in the business organizations. For example, in your organization, you require 10 computer software engineers. Okay, you have given an advertisement in the newspaper. After watching all the advertisement, after seeing the advertisement, 100 people have applied for such job. Okay, or sometimes it also happens whenever there is not requirement also, some people, some job seekers used to submit their biodatas in the organization that whenever you will require, please call us. They used to submit their biodatas in the organization. So at that time, that company used to keep or record or submit such information with them that in future, if we required, we will call them. Okay, at present it might be possible you are not in need, but in future you can call. So such process of calling those applicants on the basis of the record that you are already having with you is known as the method of casual callers. Okay, business enterprises maintain a record of uncalled applicants. It means out of 100 candidates, for example, you have called only 50. Okay, so at 50 uncalled applicants, you will not throw out the data of such applicants. You will keep, some organizations used to keep the data of such applicants with them for some future use, and such candidates can be called for fulfilling the vacancies as they arise in some future time. There are some advantages. It is very easy to find suitable people as you are already having the biodata. So you will call only those people by screening all the applications for which you are having requirement. Okay, if you are having the 50 applications, 25 belongs to the lower level, and lower level jobs, 25 belongs to the higher level jobs. So if you require the person for the higher level, so you will not waste your time in calling such lower level. You will separate the applications of such 25 applicants and you will call only such people. Okay, so it will be very easy to find the suitable people. It reduces the cost of recruitment as you don't need to spend money on advertisement, or we can say any placement agency, or don't need to give any commission to some management consultants. You are already having the applications. You don't need to spend any amount of money. You just need to call them. So it is a very economic source of recruitment. It reduces the cost of recruitment. But there are some disadvantages also. Not suitable for lower job positions, as we know that lower job people, the persons who are seeking for any maid or sweepers or drivers or any, they don't need to submit any data as they are unqualified. They don't know the processes of such fulfilling the submission of biodatas or applications. Only qualified people used to do this. So it is not suitable for lower job positions. It consumes more time, as we know that calling people and calling them for interview, then to attend each and every one, then to select and to help each and every step of the selection process. It also needs so much, includes so much time. So it is a very time consuming process. Third one is advertisement. It means, it is a very familiar term to all of you. So many times we have seen in the newspapers, there is a separate column for job. Okay, for jobs, where you can see that what are the different which are the different organizations who are going to require, or who are going to recruit the people for different job positions. So in this way, so many organizations used to advertise in the newspapers, in magazines and journals with the help of any print media. They used to give the information, or they used to give the ad in the print media, so that each and every person, large number of people, can read such advertisement. They give all the information regarding the job, salary, terms and conditions, the address and the interview date. Everything they can print in such print media, and they can collect so many applications with the help of this method. And this method of giving information regarding the job position in the print media is known as advertisement. It is suitable for that organizations which is in requirement of higher job positions and when wider choice is required. As we know that the qualified people and the people who are able to read that advertisement only. Okay, so this method of recruitment is suitable for higher job positions only. So, and it is also suitable when a company requires a wider choice, that they require so many people should apply for a particular job position, so that we can choose among more and more candidates. The advantage of this recruitment method is wider range of candidates to choose from. A company will have so many people among which they can make a choice that which is the best candidate for us. Along with job specification, detailed information about the organization may be provided. It means with the help of that print media, you can, or an organization can print each and every detail for such employee or related to your organization, so that the person who is reading your advertisement can be very much clear, can have a true picture of your organization, that exactly what are the requirements and what is your details of your company. The disadvantage is too many applications can be received. As you are using that print media advertisement, it will cover a wide range of people, so too many applications can be received. It will require a lot of time, so it is also a disadvantage, time consuming. Okay, there are so many applications that you will receive for a particular job. Okay, you need to detail, you need to scrutinize each and every application. It is very time consuming, as it requires scrutiny of every application that you have received. It is also an expensive method. Okay, as you need to spend some money on advertisement, you have to give some money to the print media, whether you are using newspaper or magazine or anything. Fourth one is employment exchange. They are run by the government and act as a link between the job seekers and employees. Students, for example, you have just passed out from a reputed institution or an organization and you are in search of job. For example, you have not passed out from a recognized university or any college. You have completed your graduation and you want to do a job. So what some students used to do, they used to register them, they used to prepare a biodata and submit that biodata with some employment exchanges. These employment exchanges acts as a middleman between the job seekers and the organization. What they used to do, they used to collect the biodatas, more and more biodatas from the people who want to register themselves, and they also are in contact with the different companies. Whenever any company is in requirement of a particular people to join, they used to contact, that organization used to contact with the employment exchange, and then after receiving the requirement of any organization, they will check out the data available, okay, the applications that the job seekers have submitted. If there is any person who is matching all the qualifications and requirement, they used to forward their data to the company. Okay, आप एक जॉब करना चाहते हो, आपको नहीं पता अभी मुझे कहाँ जॉब मिलेगी, कैसे मिलेगी, तो आप इन एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सचेंजेस के पास अपनी सारी डिटेल सबमिट कराओगे और इनसे क्या बोलोगे कि अगर आपके पास किसी भी कंपनी की इस पर्टिकुलर जॉब के लिए कॉल आए या रिक्वायरमेंट आए, तो आप मेरा डेटा उनको फॉरवर्ड कर दीजिएगा। और जो कंपनीज हैं जिन्होंने अपना रजिस्ट्रेशन एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सचेंज के पास कराया हुआ है, वो क्या करेंगे, वो भी अगर उन्हें कभी भी नीड होगी तो इन एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सचेंजेस को कांटेक्ट करेंगे कि क्या आपके पास इस जॉब पोजीशन के लिए किसी की एप्लीकेशन है, और अगर ऐसा होता है तो ये एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सचेंज क्या करती है, उनके डेटा को कंपनी को फॉरवर्ड कर देती है। और इन दैट केस अगर कंपनी का प्रोसेस जैसा भी है, वो इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट कराते हैं, उसके बाद उसमें से बेस्ट कैंडिडेट को सेलेक्ट करते हैं। So these are the exchanges which are run by the government, okay, and it is a government exchange, so it is for social welfare. Obviously they don't used to charge any money or commission for that, they are just doing the work for social welfare. Okay, so what is the advantage? It is a very good source for unskilled and skilled operating jobs. Any type of job, for any type of job you can register them with these employment exchanges. Okay, and but there are some disadvantages also. As I have told you, it is a government exchange, पैसा कुछ नहीं ले रहे हैं वो आपसे, so sometimes records are not updated. Okay, कई बार तो ऐसा होता है कि वो बंदे की जॉब लग चुकी है या फिर वो पर्सन इस दुनिया में ही नहीं है, तब भी उसकी एप्लीकेशन फॉरवर्ड कर दी जाती है, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट का है ये, तो they are not so much updated. Sometimes very old information is also available with them. Unsuitable candidates, जो कि आपके कंपनी के लिए सुटेबल भी नहीं है, किसी ने बोला मुझे एक अकाउंटेंट चाहिए, तो अकाउंटेंट से रिलेटेड जितनी भी जॉब्स हैं, या फिर बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है कि जो जॉब पोजीशन की बायोडेटा अकाउंटेंट के नहीं भी था, वो भी फॉरवर्ड कर दिया जाता है. एज दे आर नॉट चार्जिंग एनी मनी, दे आर नॉट सो मच स्ट्रिक्ट एंड sincere for their particular work. Fifth one is placement agencies and management consultants. अगर आप यही सेम काम जो आपने अपने आप को रजिस्टर्ड कराया है एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्सचेंज, बहुत सारी प्राइवेट एंटरप्रेन्योर्स भी हैं, प्राइवेट इंडिविजुअल्स भी हैं who used to open their agencies and offices of placement. What they used to do, same work they used to do, they used to receive the applications from the job seekers and they are in contact with the companies also who require any employee. Okay, they also act as a middleman. But what is the difference between both of these? These are run by the government, okay, but these are run by the private entrepreneurs or individuals. The work is same. They used to keep biodata of large number of candidates with them, but the next difference is they charge fees, as these are run by the private people, so they are doing this for the with the motive of earning profit. So they used to charge for their services. Charge in the sense, for example, आपने अपनी जॉब का बायोडाटा दिया था और सेम जॉब के लिए एक कंपनी की रिक्वायरमेंट आती है, तो इन आपके और उनके बीच में डील होगी. That placement agency have a deal with the organization as well as with you also, with the job seeker also, that if you are selected, you have to give them your 1 month salary as a fees. Okay, and what is the deal with the company? That they used to charge some commission of or any prescribed fees, 10,000, 20,000, whatever it is. So they used to charge fees. Okay, and sometimes there is also a term and conditions and contract between them कि अगर आपने जो जॉब एप्लीकेंट प्रोवाइड कराया है कंपनी को, अगर वो बंदा 6 मंथ से पहले जॉब छोड़कर चला जाता है, तो वो प्लेसमेंट एजेंसी उस कंपनी को एक एम्प्लॉय और ढूंढ के देगी, लेकिन उसके लिए वो कोई भी फीस चार्ज नहीं करेगी. तो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द terms and conditions of different placement agencies what they are offering. So this type of method is suitable to fill job positions at a top or middle level. Okay, these are suitable only for top or middle level. Lower level के लिए लोग काम नहीं करते हैं because they are not able to give some fees and charges, and they are not so much qualified also, which require professionals with specific qualification and experience. There are also some advantages. It saves time by screening the candidates. इट मीन्स अगर आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन काफी बड़ी है या फिर आपके पास इतना टाइम नहीं है कि आप इतनी सारी एप्लीकेशंस को स्क्रूटनाइज करो, ओके, तो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, सम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन गिव दिस रिस्पांसिबिलिटी टू द प्लेसमेंट एजेंसीज दैट ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ अस यू हैव टू conduct this process or interview, and you need to find out any best candidate for us. Okay, so it saves time, and also by advertisement on behalf of their clients. Okay, clients here refers to the organization who used to give the information regarding the vacant job position. Second advantage is to bring efficient and successful managers. Okay, अगर कोई भी बहुत अच्छा efficient और successful manager चाहिए, आपको पूरे market में से एक best ढूंढ के लाना है, so these placement agencies will help you out to a very large extent. But there are some disadvantages also. It is a very expensive method, as you need to give commissions to the employment exchanges. From the point of view job seeker also, you need to give your 1 month salary or any fixed amount of money to the placement agencies. To earn money, sometimes unsuitable candidates are recommended. बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है कि ये लोग ज्यादा कमीशन लेने की वजह से क्या करते हैं, कोई अनसुटेबल कैंडिडेट को भेज देते हैं और उसके बाद कोई गलती निकलती है तो कुछ भी बहाना बना के बोल सकते हैं कि ये बंदा इसने पहले अप्लाई किया था, या फिर दे कैन मेक एनी टाइप ऑफ चेंजेस इन द इंफॉर्मेशन, जिससे कि वो कंपनी दोबारा से इनसे कमीशन देकर और दोबारा से उस एम्प्लॉय को किसी और एम्प्लॉय को सर्च करने का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इनको दे. तो ये भी डिसएडवांटेजेस फेस करने पड़ते हैं दोज हु आर यूजिंग प्लेसमेंट एजेंसीज एज अ सोर्स ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट.